I'm back. Alright, so I've been gone for a month, and with good reason. Actually, two reasons. And one of the reasons is because of family. I wanted to spend, a little bit of my summer vacation with the kids since they're out of school, and, visit my family as well, Southern California. A lot of you guys know that San Diego is originally home for me. That's that. The other reason I'll probably clarify in a future video, but right now, not so much. But what I want to talk about today is just, some of the pickups that I grabbed while I was on like this little leave of absence. So a lot of you guys know about the DMP pack. This is the Air Jordan 13. I had showcased this on my channel before and gave you my overall thoughts and perspective on it. And also the 14. So I'll put a link up here, a little card, so you guys can watch that video later on. Before I went on my trip, I picked up the Air Jordan 10 Chicago, and this is the OG. So this was offered to me for a very fair price, very good price, from a fellow Instagram user. So he offered it to me, and I'm like, I don't really like to spend money before I go on trips, but like these are one of the things that like I don't know. I don't want to say like once in a lifetime, but this is just like a pickup that like I've really been eyeing for a really long time. I didn't really like the retro. The OG was just like way too much, like in the thousands of dollars. I actually paid about half of that. So, just to give you like a scope of like what I paid for an OG. But this is awesome. This was one other pickup. And then while I was away, I picked up the Converse and Jordan pack. So it came with the Air Jordan 2 and it came with the Converse Fast Break, which is originally called the Court Star, in which Michael Jordan wore in the US Olympics of 1984. Well, on the back of the shoe it says 628.87, and that is partially correct but also incorrect. And let me go ahead and go over the story with that right now. Alright, so this is the Air Jordan Converse pack and the details on the label. Retailed for $300 on June 28, 2017. Style numbers 917931, color code 900. Multicolor. This pack came in an assortment of two flavors. So the Air Jordan 2 and the Converse Fast Break. Now the Converse Fast Break was first worn by Michael Jordan in the 1984 US Olympics. Before then, during the 1984 Olympic trials, he was wearing the Adidas Forum High. So this pack right here is just a nice little tribute for Converse that Jordan Brand did in collaboration. So this is a great pack. Despite the story and everything, Jordan Brand later on put out a story about it being the two that started it all, meaning the two shoes that started it all for Michael Jordan. But these are just all the contents in here. Alright, so here we go. In celebration of Michael Jordan's love of the game, Jordan Brand and Converse collaborated on this special 2-pack, celebrating two iconic silhouettes that MJ wore early in his career. The Converse Fast Break and the Air Jordan 2 catapulted MJ onto the world stage and showed fans that man was truly meant to fly. Alright, so it's a 2-shoe pack. This side had the Converse and this side had the Air Jordan 2. It has double paper in it, so it was wrapped up in tissue paper and then wrapped again. Same with the other side. Came with Converse dust bag, real nice material, silky smooth, and then the Air Jordan dust bag, and nothing really on the lace tips. It's just but they are metal, so you close them up just like that. Here is the DMP pack, and it is basically the same size all the way around. Now I have a size 10. colleagues of mine have shown me a size 10.5, and this is actually the same size as the 10. However, a 10.5 in the pack is actually like bigger, like way bigger than the DMP. And from the original DMP of 2006, there was a little bit of a discrepancy with the size. So a size 10.5 in that box is actually a lot more bigger than like a size 10. So looks like that happened for some odd reason, but just to show you guys that these are both a size 10 and they both are the same size. Alright, so the shoes. The Converse Fast Break and the Air Jordan 2. So like I said earlier in the video, this is originally called the Court Star. Converse put out a shoe that Michael Jordan wore, and it's supposedly his favorite shoe out of the Pro model, the Pro Star, and the Pro Leather. But the Court Star, or the Fast Break, what they're really calling it now, the difference between those two is that the outsole of the Fast Break is different than the original Court Star. I'm gonna go ahead and show you like a side-by-side comparison between the two, so you can understand, you know, the differences as to why they named it differently. So I was a lot more excited about the Fast Break here, only because it's a different model than what we're typically used to. It's a different shoe, it's a different brand, Converse, and it's very exciting that, you know, Jordan Brand and Converse decided to link up together to create a pack to commemorate, you know, Mike's early on career. And this, to me, only shows that they can do an Air Jordan 1 and a Nike Airship in a band pack. Now I'm gonna call that first here and throughout like my social media as well, because you guys know that I'm a big fan of Michael Jordan history, and the Airship is just a shoe that has to happen. It has to happen. So yeah, the shoe is just you know, primarily nylon on the upper. They used a different type of leather here. It's a thin cut of leather. They put a polyurethane coat on it. Although what I do like about it is the shape of it. So you'll see here at the toe is got like this thin cut of leather. If they can do Air Jordan 3s, like a Fire Red 3 remastered in this style, I think it'd just be great. I think too much elephant print is just a little bit more. So if you cut down the size of that elephant print, it would just look just phenomenal. Other than that, like on the Fast Break, really on uppers, I just like to have it natural looking. The lining is like a vinyl. I know on the Pro model that I have, the Pro Leather, it's a retro, and the paint in there was just like chipping really badly, and hopefully it doesn't do that on this. So the Fast Break comes with a Lunarlon insole. Let me go ahead and pull that out here with the Air Jordan Wings logo branded right there at the heel, and it says Lunarlon on the insole itself, with university blue or that Carolina blue texture right there on the top of the Lunarlon insole, and then the bottom of that green. So this is the style on the inside here. Again, it's all nylon on the tongue. You got the Converse All-Star patch on there, and then the tagging is on the inside, well, to the side of the tongue right there. So it's a bit different. Made in Vietnam. On the back of the shoe you have the Converse branding with the Lone Star. So I've already tried this on. This is pretty much true to size. I know there's a lot of concerns about sizing and whether, you know, one shoe like fits different than the other, but I felt like the Fast Break fit, you know, true to size. In Chuck 2s I have to go down like a half size, and you know, in regular Chucks you have to go down like one full size, but this one was just great. So size 10 in this, whether you're a normal footer or wide footer, I think it just fit properly. And that's all she said about the Converse Fast Break. So the Air Jordan 2, you might have caught my video about the original, and I'll go ahead and link that video up here. You can watch it later if you want. Well, Jordan Brand is basically telling a story that this was the first player exclusive of Michael Jordan, when in fact that was not the case. So the story as it's told to me from the individual that owns the original Air Jordan 2 that was gifted to him, Mike had actually hand painted the back of a Chicago white and red Air Jordan 2. And it is also the first time that Michael Jordan debuted the Air Jordan 2 on court. So January 18, 1986, the Dean E. Smith Center, where the Tar Heels play their college basketball games, was erected. In dedication to that, on September 8, 1986, Michael Jordan debuted the Air Jordan 2 in a hand-painted Carolina blue with the red still on the bottom, so you knew it was a Chicago 2, Air Jordan 2. Now 6/28, 1987 is when he played a second alumni game. And in that game, it appears that he's wearing a player exclusive Air Jordan 2 low. So if you ask me if Jordan Brand is fabricating their story or if they're trying to cover up their tracks, I'll let you guys be the judge. But all in all, I do appreciate that they're telling the story, between the Converse and the Air Jordan 2. Despite the dates on the back, I would have just kept the 6/28/87, but also give the proper date for this actual shoe, September 8, 1986. I think the two dates on the back would have made a lot more sense because we already know this is an MJ or an Air Jordan shoe. So just looking at this shoe, I decided that I was going to also do like a comparison between like this shoe, the 2004, and I also have the 1994. If you guys would like to see that comparison video, let me know in the comments below. I'll do that comparison for you if you guys like. But as far as like this actual shoe altogether, they did change up, some things. They didn't do that like tonal red or black that they put on the inside panel of the leather there. They kept it true to the original and the first retro, so I appreciated that. They also flip the skins on here, so you'll see like the smooth leather at the bottom and then the lizard or reptile pattern at the top. So these should actually be flipped, so they did that. And then what's supposed to be like 3, it's supposed to be 4 up here instead. And then it's missing like the holes that you put like on the inside, so you can only lace them just like the 3 but without the hole at the back. So you actually lace it through the plastic instead of the shoe and then the plastic. And then the backing right underneath at the side of the shoe, I thought it was pretty neat. They threw on nylon. It was just something different. It's probably going to give the shoe a little bit of a different feel. Black insole with a white Jumpman at the bottom. But I guess that tribute just ties in with the fast break. So they threw that nylon padding on the inside of the shoe, which actually it's a great look. It's a great feel. The leather quality overall, the tongue and the upper, they feel great. It's a bit soft, yet not too hard. My questioning is with the ankle padding here, there's a lot of padding underneath and within, but the leather or the reptile skin, there's a lot of texture, but I'm just wondering if this will soften up over time. So that's just something that probably have to monitor or as time goes. They did like a glossy finish on the midsole. I would have preferred that they just did a matte finish on it, just because I think it looks a little bit too cheap. And then the outsole here is the same as like your Air Jordan 2 low that released sometime last year. They did the Nike with the sizing just above at that top portion there. So anyways, also, and one other thing too is they blacked out the Air Jordan on the wing there with the red backing. So I thought that looked pretty cool. And then the 23 at the back, it's not like a separate tag, it's actually patched on to the back side of the tongue. So overall clean look. I think they did a great job with the Air Jordan 2. It'd be interesting to see what they do for possibly like a remaster 2. It is, the 30th anniversary of the Air Jordan 2. So I know there's a few fans out there that love the Air Jordan 2 and would love to see that remastered sometime in the future. But yeah, this is your pack. This is the Air Jordan 2. and this is the Converse Fast Break. If you guys like the content, let me know what you guys think in the comment section below. Again, if you guys would like a comparison between Air Jordan 2 from this pack, the 2004 and the 1994, I'll be more than happy to do that. Just go ahead and let me know. Again, subscribe to the channel if you like the content, hit me with a big thumbs up, and I'll talk to you guys later. Take care.